Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
People here in Junction City tell us they are shocked to hear that a man has been charged with the murder of a toddler.
Thousands of dollars of sought-after bourbon stolen from the Buffalo Trace distillery here in Frankfort. 1 year later, how close are we to an arrest?
And it's happened again. Another retailer is telling customers about a data breach that could affect them. WKYT News at 11 starts now. Good evening to you. A 1-year-old child's death has been ruled a murder, and tonight state police say a man in charge of caring for him actually killed him. State police arrested 25-year-old Joseph Adams this afternoon in Boyle County. They say he injured the child this morning at a home in Junction City. WKYT's Jerica Insco is tracking the investigation tonight. It's our top story at 11.
People who live here in Lynetta Homes say they like it because it's quiet. But that all changed Friday morning when state police say a toddler's death led to a murder investigation.
It is a very sad day today. It just feels like one of my own has passed away, you know. It hurts so bad.
Tammy Cornett doesn't know the family well, but says she doesn't have to in order to sympathize with them.
But it just makes me sick at my stomach. You know, I was just devastated by it because, you know, it just hurts me so bad, you know, to hear something like that.
When state police were on her street, Cornett tells us she knew something bad had happened. And it didn't take her long to find out from state police that a 13-month-old had died at a local hospital from severe trauma. State police say 25-year-old Joseph Adams is to blame, being the caregiver at the time.
They're just, for us to take care of them, they're just helpless. You know, anybody hurt a baby like that.
Now the community's thoughts are on the toddler's mother.
But that little thing's in heaven right now.
Leaving that woman without her child and her boyfriend in jail, according to state police. Joseph Adams is now charged with murder and is in the Boyle County Detention Center. In Boyle County, Jerica Insco, WKYT.
We checked. The toddler's mother wasn't home to comment on what happened. Well, it has been a wet Friday night across the Bluegrass, and it looks like more rain will be on the way for our weekend. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has an early look now at a soggy forecast, to say the least.
Yeah, I imagine, Amber, a lot of high school football fans are just getting home and trying to dry out there this evening. A soggy one in the Bluegrass State. A busy life First Alert Defender late on our Friday. Check it out. We have those rounds of showers working on into town. A little bit of a break now showing up from Lexington to Georgetown over toward the capital city of Frankfort. Get down into Richmond. Rains increase a little bit. Scattered showers into northeastern Kentucky. Heaviest rain right now is down the Mountain Parkway from Salyersville, Big Sandy Valley, points to the west through Jackson, Beattyville, and Boonville into Owsley County. A little bit of a break, and there we pick up on the rains around Richmond, Berea, Lancaster. You can hear the raindrops on the rooftop now. And I'm also keeping a close eye on some thunderstorms working northward out of the volunteer state of Tennessee. That'll take aim into parts of Wayne, McCreary, and Whitley counties coming up over the next little bit. Overall, though, the flow will take a lot of that rain on out of town. If you're heading out to Commonwealth Stadium tomorrow, noon kickoff, still running the risk for a shower, but I expect a lot of the steadier rains to be off to our east and southeast with temperatures into the upper 50s. Take the ponchos, though, just to be on the safe side. Rainy for Friday football and a few weekend dry times out there, Amber. Then I'm tracking some interesting goings on for early next week. The potential is there for some big thunderstorms. More on that when I come back.
All right, Chris, thank you. Lexington police blame the rain for a crash that tied up traffic on Manowar Boulevard tonight. Police say the crash involved 3 cars at the Bold Bitter Drive intersection. At one point, police had to move traffic onto Bold Bitter Drive while they cleaned up that crash, but they tell us that no one was injured. Nearly a year ago, a thief stole thousands of dollars worth of rare bourbon from a Franklin County distillery. And despite many tips and leads since then, investigators haven't been able to track down the stolen Pappy Van Winkle bourbon. But could they be close to cracking this case? WKYT's Garrett Weimer talked to the Franklin County Sheriff.
Like a lot of stories with questionable endings, this one started with some whiskey. 65 cases of Pappy Van Winkle bourbon, investigators say, stolen from the Buffalo Trace distillery.
And from there, it just went viral.
It's been a high-profile case, but even after more than 100 interviews in the past year, Franklin County Sheriff Pat Melton says the search continues for the $26,000 in missing liquor.
It's not like you've got a ring or a watch or a vehicle. You know, you've got something that is a consumable good, if you will, a lot of bottles, and trying to track that down and what actually happened to it and how they went out and everything else. I mean, it's been a challenge from the start.
Now Melton says investigators think they know what happened and who did it. They just have to prove it. I reached out to a spokesperson here at Buffalo Trace for their reaction. She tells me they won't comment since it's an ongoing investigation. Melton says they still think the theft was an inside job.
There's no way that amount of liquor just gets up and walks out of a secure area. It had to have some help.
And even as the days pass, Melton believes they'll crack the case, and 64 others of the world-famous bourbon. In Franklin County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Well, Sheriff Melton says his office still gets tips and leads to help in the case, but if you have any information that you think could help, you can call the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Tonight, police still haven't made any arrests for the murder of an elderly Rowan County man. They say a friend found 82-year-old Lloyd Souders dead yesterday in the driveway of his home near Moorhead. Police ruled Souders' death a murder, and the coroner now says he died of multiple sharp and blunt force injuries. State police tell us at this point they do not have a motive for that murder. Tonight, another major retailer has announced a data breach. Sears Holding Corporation, which operates Kmart stores, says Kmart's information technology team detected the breach yesterday. They think it started early last month. Kmart fixed the problem, but company leaders say some customers' debit and credit card numbers were compromised. Other big retailers, including Target and Home Depot, have also been hit by data breaches. Another busy night of high school football, including a matchup between two of the top 5 teams. The highlights coming up for you.